Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Frank Iniguez. I am the ambassador of reading, and today's topic is kind of like a follow-up of the last video that we did, a short moment under the sun. Today's topic is advice to couples. The way I'm gonna kick it off is the way I'm gonna tell you a short story as to how my wife and I met. She knew what she wanted, I knew what I wanted. We're going to East LA College, and what I wanted in the woman that I want to marry was somebody that could speak English, somebody that could speak Spanish, and it's gonna sound funny, but it's true. I wanted somebody that can dance in English and somebody that can dance in Spanish, and she had it. And not only that, I wanted my wife to be, or my partner, I wanted her to also be open for personal growth. I wanted her to always continue to expand her brain power. And of course, she already was doing that by going to East LA College. It's a junior college, however, that's where I was and that's where she was, and that's where we met. Now, my suggestion to you, if you're gonna go find your significant other, make sure that you have some sort of like a grade or qualifications that you want. I knew what I wanted in mine. What do you want in yours? Because if you're gonna just get a person that's always watching TV and having a beer, doesn't want to go out, doesn't want to have fun, and it's nothing related to you, you're just attracted by the physical, eventually that goes away. There's a song that I sang in the Spanish video. I don't know the song in English, so I can't sing it, but there's a song, and basically the song says, son, don't look at her just for her beauty. Eventually beauty goes away, and what do you have left? So if she doesn't have a kind heart, if she doesn't have growth in her mind, if she doesn't want to expand, why would you want to be there? So be attentive to what you want out of your partner. First things first. So then later on, when you finally get together, I remember when my wife and I, we finally agreed that, yeah, we're going to marry each other. Getting together to plan the wedding and doing everything for the wedding was exciting, and at the same time, it was a lot of frustration. I remember we wanted to choke each other. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. And those are moments to see if you want to hang out with that person, because communication is very important. Can you have a dialogue? Can you talk? Can you communicate with each other without killing each other? Because if you can, maybe you don't want to go there. Maybe are you qualifying for that other person? Because if it's a match, then go for it. Eventually, we planned our wedding. Everything's fun. Everything's exciting. Then, here comes our marriage. We get married, and she's merging into my life, and I'm merging into her. And you know how it goes at the beginning of time? Woo, yeah! You know what I mean? A lot of fun moments, a lot of fun stuff. But then, as time progresses, you find out, oh my God, she doesn't like this, or he doesn't like that, and you start to see all the differences. Like, oh man, that's not what happened when we were dating. Now I notice that the toothpaste is left open, and little details like that could throw you off unless you're willing to communicate with one another. You're gonna have your bumps on the road. Communication is very important. It's advice for couples, so communication is going to be very, very important. If you're planning and dreaming this way, and your significant other is planning and dreaming this way, you guys are headed to the wrong, you guys are already headed towards the wrong path. You have to come together and plan. You're probably gonna have to plan to buy the house, and where do you want it, how many bedrooms. Can you agree to all that stuff? Are you gonna pay it off in 10 years or less? That's another one of my videos. Go check it out. So if your partner is willing to work with that, yeah, that's going to be fun. But if they're not, and they want it their way or no way, that's really hard to work with. I mean, imagine working with somebody that doesn't budge, doesn't communicate, doesn't listen, doesn't dream. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, after you go over that little hill, after you go over the merging together, it's going to be the kids. And once the kids come in, you're having a great time. I remember I would read to my baby, kiss her stomach, play around with it. But once that little creature comes out, that beautiful little baby comes out, and you're changing diapers, and they're crying in the middle of the night. Now, on my other video where I said a short moment under the sun, that is probably one of the shortest moments that seems like an eternity, taking care of that little toddler. You know, when they can't walk and when they finally walk, it's only a matter of about 2 years when they're walking around and doing stuff on their own. Yeah, you still have to watch them so they don't put stuff in their mouth and they don't hurt themselves. But that moment, even though it seems like an eternity, it goes by really quick. It's a blink of an eye. So then after the kids are growing up, my wife and I were always working as a team. So I remember we only had 3. I wish we could have had 7 or more, but we only had 3. So I remember I would tell my wife, you know, we're like their servants. And she would, no, we're not, we're the parents. Yeah, but we're like their servants. Look, we drive them around, we buy them food, we buy them clothing. We're their servants, man. We have to be there to serve them. Finally, after many years, she comes back and she says, Frank, you were right. We were their servants. And I remember we had to juggle our schedule, taking them to soccer games, taking them to baseball games, taking them to the library, taking them to friends' homes to do homework. And our life revolved on raising this 3 youngsters and making sure they're good. And we kind of forgot about each other. Even though we did a lot of fun family activities, we always, like I said on my other video, we traveled to many of our states here in the United States. We saw Canada on the East Coast and the West Coast. We saw different states in Mexico. We had a lot of fun moments as a family. And then now we are at a moment where, man, our youngest, which is Paola, she's 18. She's going to be 19 just in a few days. She's out at the university. Our son, Nicholas, he's at the university. Our son, Adam, which just came in a little while ago. By the way, we're filming at my house. He's already in his straight. And my wife and I, we started together. And what I love about my wife is that she always took care of me. I remember when we had our kids at an early age, I would come home. I was in construction. And she would know that I would come home beat. She would take care of the kids and let me sleep for a little bit. That was so nice. She taught me so much. She even taught me to love dark chocolate. But let me tell you about there's going to be a short story. We went down to TJ, the border of Mexico and the United States. And I remember we were visiting one of her sisters. And here comes a guy that was either drunk or on drugs. And he starts picking on one of her nephews. So I get up and I go, hey, excuse me, don't do that. Don't bother the kid. He looks at me and he swings and he misses my nose. And then I go, hey, relax. And he swings again and he misses again. Who was there to back me up? My wife. She hit him with a purse so hard the guy almost fell on the floor. It turned out good. He didn't get beat up other than by my wife. Work as a team, bring it in as a team. And you're going to figure this out. That your moment as a parent, your moment under the sun, like I said on my other video, goes by super fast. It's a blink of an eye. Nowadays, like I was said a little earlier, my daughter at the university, everybody's doing their own thing. Who's hanging out? My wife and I. Sure, we had our difficulties, but it goes by so fast. Just enjoy and love each other, take care of each other. Nowadays, she's with me and I'm with her. Our kids are on their own. And you know what we do? Since we were able to work it out, we were able to stick it out as husband and wife. You know, now we go out for walks. You've seen some of my live videos. We go for ice cream. We both became substitute teachers so that we could be with our kids. Many times we sub at the same place and we're like dating again. Hey, you want to get some ice cream? Yeah, let's go get some ice cream. She doesn't like the movies a lot. I like the movies. Occasionally we go to the movies. We do our walks. We have fun. You start as a couple by yourself. You raise those beautiful children if you have some. They leave and you end up as a couple by yourselves. So love each other, take care of each other. The best advice that I can give you is take care of each other. Have fun in those moments. and watch my video, Short Moment Under the Sun, because this is just a short moment under the sun. And we're gonna leave it at that. I've had a great time with this topic. My wife helped me plan it. She says, hey, we got a lot of comments. A lot of people want to know, what about if we add this? And I loved it. I hope you loved it. Thank you for subscribing. Share it with your friends. I hope hopefully they subscribe. I think it's a great channel with good, beautiful information, family information. We're gonna leave it at that. Till next time, your friend, the ambassador of reading, Frank Iniguez, wishing you well today and always, knowing that you will find and get what you are looking for.